Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. God, I hope it's a good stream today, because today has just been absolutely shitty as fuck. Hello, everybody. Let me go full screen real quick here. There we go. Hi, my name is Talesian. Let's fix the camera. Let's get everything set up. Let's try to do this right. There we go. How y'all doing? I'm Talesian. Today is MMOFriday, and I'm going to play some Lord of the Rings online. But I have a question to ask for everybody out there. The end of the month, there is a new legendary server that's starting. It's called Mordor in the EU. I forget what it's called for the Americas. That's the one I'd be playing on. But I'm very curious. I mean, I've started a new hunter here in Lord of the Rings Online, and she's level 19 now. But they won't have Before the Shadow over there. They won't have a lot of the new things that are over there. It's basically going to be a fresh start server. And if you ping LQ in the chat, or if you go to my community page at youtube.com/Talesian/community, I have a poll up. And it's a very simple poll. Do I continue with where I'm at here on Crick Hollow, or do I start a new character on the new server? That's all it is. 5 seconds. Give me your thoughts. So, with that out of the way, I got my coffee. Let's go ahead and adventure in Middle-earth. Now, when we last left off, we had just made it to Ruddymore, I do believe. I think we were in the town of Herne, and I was just exploring around in Herne and trying to find things out there. One of the first things I do need to do, though, since it's the first time I've logged in as characters, I need to open up my Hobbit presents. Hobbit presents are silver for everybody and gold additional present for VIP, which I happen to have here. And also on the calendar for today, we're still in the middle of the VIP event boost, which is right here. Thank you for being a VIP, which is plus 100% experience game on monster kills, crafting, quest completions, legendary items, and mounted combat experience. Earn crafting experience is increased by 25% and plus 25% mark acquisition. So that's cool. I also have my subscriber buffs up, which accelerates crafting time, prevents item wear from combat crafting and defeat. But I have my gold and silver Hobbit presents that I need to open. So we'll start with the silver first. 3 more Galeman's crayons and 100 Virtue XP. And for my gold, 5 fall injury immunities and 600 Virtue XP. That's a good start. Healing removes the injuries occurred from falling and protects from future falling damage for 90 minutes. Bandages do not protect you from death as far as falling too far. Okay, well, that's pretty good. Always nice to get some Daleman crayons. Daleman crayons are very good food. And then we'll go ahead and save these injuries over down here for right now. And we'll go ahead and most up this vert is I still got 9 points to spend. And I've got 2 of these open. Oh fuck! I got to figure out my race traits. We're going to take a few minutes and do that. But one of the first things I'm going to do is do my virtues. Let's see, what's the lowest here? That's rank 8, rank 3, rank 1, and rank 3. So we're going to go to wit. There we go. We'll go ahead and earn wit for a little while. One of the other things I need to do, obviously, since we just looked at it, is I need to spend, what is it, 9 trait points? And I need to figure out where the hell to spend them at, because I don't know. Oh, bother. So let me yeah, we're gonna go ahead and spend some blue line points here. As soon as I figure out what the hell I'm doing. Actually, I think my source is an actual. That's only a year old. I'm using Louis' blue line hunter build right now, but I don't really like it. He's got points scattered all over the place, I think. So yeah, it's definitely not up to date. So I'm going to have to wing it for a little while, it seems. So let's close some of this stuff out. There we go. So let's say I've got 9 points to spend. I'd rather do that, get that out of the way. There we go. And I also picked up Barbed Hindrance. Increases barbed arrows damage and slow potency. So we're going to apply. It's going to add... I thought it was going to add... Quick shot, swift bow. There's barbed arrow. Okay, so it's going to add to that. Okay. So next thing I need to do is... I'm going to be getting the broken hatchets. And the tasks at hand. Hopefully I'll get that one completed tomorrow. There's 2. 3. 4. I'm only going to be able to do 4 or 5, I do believe. Yep. So I've maxed my task limit for today. But not here. Let's see. Where is here? Class race epic. I think this is it. Yeah. Complete tasks throughout middle were 32 of 100. So I'll get an upgrade task limit and 5 LOTRO points, but I'm 32 out of 100. So I still got a little ways to go. Go ahead and grab that again. Okay. So now we've gone ahead and done the tasks. We've done the Hobbit gifts. Let's take a look at the map real quick. We're here at Herne. Scouts are over there. Okay, the kind of thing at Tharbad, I need to bring the ears to Mare Newt. So we'll go ahead and do that and explore Herne. And then we'll probably, I guess, go over the bridge and head to Embark? I guess. I got some quests here in the Herne area, though. And did I go ahead and... Do I have Herne as an explanation here? We've got Mossword and Herne. Okay, so I've got Herne, so that's good. The inside of the inn is dark and quiet. Ah, there's Egfrith, Boromir, and Mendelir. And there's a new quest from Gangreer. Look around a little bit. Oh, there's a baker, Windfor. Some of the local children. Let's go ahead and talk to Maddock, the Windkeeper, real quick.
You and your friends might want to keep walking, stranger.
Herne is not the place it once was, and you will not find welcome here. You asked the innkeeper what happened to the town, and he frowned, shaking his head. 4 nights ago, something evil passed through the center of Herne. No one knows exactly what it might have been, but every night since, a terrible fear has seized the town. Old man Aberthal says he saw something that first night, but I don't know. He was an adventurer in his younger days, but he had such a reputation for tale spinning that it's always been hard to tell the truth from the falsehood in his stories. But something happened that night, and the town has not been the same ever since. You'd best be moving on, you and your friends, before the dark comes again.
I have seen something like this before.
Well, I say seen, but I did not see it. Say instead I felt it, something dark and evil. It filled man and horse with dread. We stood in defense of the river at Oxglyth when this presence came upon us, and even the boldest among us were seized by a terrible fear. We cast down the bridge behind us, and only a few escaped. I've never felt anything like that before, Shentrantra. Some of my men claimed that they saw a figure from which the terror spread. I don't know if I believe it. Might that evil had come from north from Gondor somehow? I did feel as if I were being watched at times, as I rode through the empty lands. Or were they not as empty as they had appeared? I should speak with the old man the innkeeper mentioned. If his story matches those of my soldiers, that will tell me something of the evil that came to Herne. Maddock clears his throat.
I hope you won't use old Aberthal too harshly.
He is something of a peculiar fellow, but despite his strangeness, most of Herne's folk are quite fond of him, and he always brought his custom to Crossway House, which I appreciate. Let me give you a mug of his favorite spiced beer. It may loosen his tongue. To be truthful, that's usually not a problem for our Aberthal, but I want to speak about whatever happened to him that night. The beer may make him more willing to talk with you. Maddock gives you a mug of beer that still smells strongly of cinnamon. And Mendelir wishes to speak.
You go with Boromir and Egfrith to speak with this man. I will seek to learn more.
Maddock tells you how to find Aberthal's home in the northern part of Herne. And he also has a question about the Ruddymore Wolf Pack, so I'll go ahead and ask him about that.
Lately, some darkness has passed through the land, stirring up all manner of foul things.
Life in Herne was never easy, but lately some darkness passed through the land. There is a wolf pack north of Herne which does not usually trouble the town or those on the road. However, they have of late become vicious, attacking passerby and raiding the town come nightfall. If they'd have to pack, that would help immensely. Okay. I wonder what Gangreer has to say. Are you a traveler as I am? Interesting. I am journeying south to the White Mountains to see the dwarfs there. But I heard from someone on the road that the rocks of this place have a red sheen to them, and it put me in mind of the Iron Hills. I thought I would see for them myself if there's valuable ore around here. Perhaps I would delay my southward journey and stay a while. If you meet me west of town, I would appreciate both the company and the help. Okay. What does Ed want? Or she, excuse me, what does she want?
Welcome, friend.
Oh, make it a he. Ooh, superior beef juice. I'm exhausted, friend. I work for Maddock at the Causeway House. It's my job to carry crates of supplies into the tavern whenever they're delivered. But the wagon driver from Breland had just departed, and he refused to leave the crates any nearer than the very outskirts of Herne. He said there's a bad feeling about the town today, and didn't want to stay here any longer than was strictly necessary. He did the least amount of effort, but I've already done more than I should. Do you think you could bring the last 2 crates inside Crossway House and set them down in the storage room with the fireplace? I really appreciate resting my arms for the moment, friend, and I wouldn't forget it. The last 2 crates are right when the eastern road leaves Herne. Okay. I could do that. I see it right there. You deliver the crate. 1 down, 1 to go. Okay. We'll go back and get the second crate in a little bit, but I want to go and... There you go. Where's this house?
Why have you come to bother me? I speak to no one. Not since...
Now that's different.
I have not had any visitors in quite some time. What brings you to my home?
You want to hear about the crawling darkness? Aberthal shakes in his chair, and then takes a bracing gulp from the mug of beer. Maybe I had better know your names, or these companions you bring with you. I bring with you Boromir and Egfrith.
Boromir, you say? And Egfrith?
Surely you're not the same Boromir who is the son of the steward of Gondor. Some 20 years ago I traveled to the Southlands, adventuring, you know. I had the privilege of meeting the steward. I remember his sons, both of lordly mien. You do bear a resemblance to the elder of the two, but you travel now in secret, it seems. I will say no more of it. A guard of the citadel, if not its captain, in my own home. I can hardly believe it. And Egfrith, a proud woman of Rohan. The days of my youth, I rode across the Rittermark at a joyful gallop. Is Theoden still king of the Rohan? It was a beautiful land, and he was stern but strong, loved by his people and respected by his foes. It must still be so. The set of Ygritte's jaws tightens, but she says nothing. Abathal continues. I will tell you what happened to me. With such fine protectors in my home, what have I to fear?
4 nights passed after the setting of the sun. I left my home to walk along the cobbled streets of Herne.
This I have done for years, every night ever since I gave up the adventuring life. You may think it odd, but I have found these moonlit strolls to keep something of my old wanderlust at bay. Perhaps this is the night I keep a walk in Eberthal, old fellow, I've asked myself on occasion, but thus far I've always come back to my home, and sleep comes quickly. But on that night, while strolling along the lane west of my home, smelling the night flowers and listening to the sound of frogs down by the riverbank, I could sense something was different. I can't tell you exactly what it might have been, but I was seized by a tremendous feeling of, wrongness. I felt it in the pit of my stomach. There's a grassy place on the left between 2 buildings along that lane, and a single tree grows there. My eye was drawn to that tree, and as I watched, I swear to you, a deeper shadow moved out from behind the trunk. It made a strange sound as it moved, a whispering just up beyond the edge of my hearing. It reminded me of being lost in distant woods, stalked by a dangerous creature I could not yet see. But this was no mountain lion. I drew on all my reserves of courage, I tell you, and I turned to run. But even as my muscles tensed, I knew it was too late. While I stood transfixed by the creeping shadow in front of me, a second dark figure had come up behind. This one towered above me, for it sat astride a great black steed, but I could not tell you how I had not heard the sound of its hooves or the cobbles as it approached. I must have fainted then, for the next thing I remember is being shaken awake by Bledry, one of the townspeople, carrying a lantern. He said he had found me lying at the base of the tree between those 2 buildings on his way home, and with no sign of either dark figure anywhere about. But every night since, a terrible sensation of dread has fallen upon Herne as the sun disappears from the horizon. Do you know what they were, friends? Has anything of this sort ever been seen in Gondor or in Rohan? What business could draw such terrible creatures to Herne? And I am now an acquaintance of the Dunedain of Cardolan. And this is the usual moving up to the rank from known to friend. I get a title, I am now known, and I get 5 LOTRO points. It does have a nice little house. Let me take a look around a little bit. It's not bad.
Is there no end to our hardships?
Well met. I am Erona, basket weaver of Herne. If you're looking to make some coin, I am looking for some help. East of Herne are various bodies of water which often go together reeds from which I make my baskets. Of late, the reeds have been decimated by sickle flies. By their larvae. She shudders saying the word. If you reduce the number of sickle flies there, I will pay you. The season may be near to over, but at least this way there will be fewer to breed for the next. Don't believe I have anything. Oh, I've got these boots. Oh, those are definitely an upgrade.
Greetings, traveler.
One of the things I wish LOTRO would introduce would be a deconstruction type system, but I've never seen it, or if there is one, I don't know of it. Let's go ahead and get that second crate. Finish that quest off. And then we'll talk to Mendelier in Causeway House.
What did you learn from the old man?
You tell Mendelier of Abathal's frightening nighttime encounter. He frowns and strokes his beard. This does align with the story Boromir told us about the power he sensed at Osculith. That is leagues away. What has brought it here, a horse at such speed? I may know one name of these creatures, but I will not speak it here. He turns to the innkeeper. Haddock, might I ask you to open your doors to all the townsfolk of Herne this evening? Some evil has left his mark upon the village, and you think it would be safest that the townsfolk shelter behind the strong walls of Crossway House tonight. Mendelier turns back to you. As for us, I think we should hunt some game in the Sedgemead and resupply Maddox's pantry, gather firewood so we can keep the town braziers burning all night, and bring word to the townspeople who should shelter within Crossway House. What say you to this plan? I will not leave these people undefended. I cannot. So it looks like I have some things to do. Ledry, Edelith, and Lenneth.
You want the townsfolk to shelter within Crossway House tonight?
If I hadn't found old Abathal lying on the ground the night this started happening, I might think it wasn't necessary, stranger. But I believe something evil had him in its clutches, and it only departed when I drew near with my lamp. I will tell my neighbors of your plan. Might as well go back here and complete this quest.
Well met.
Thank you so much for your help, friend. I don't have much to offer you, but I hope this reward is helpful to you. And it is. That's a nice little house.
You want the folk of Herne to shelter within Crossway House tonight?
If I hadn't felt that terrible dread that settles upon Herne when the sun goes down, I might object, stranger. But I will do as you say and let my neighbors know to do the same. Something is not right in Herne. And there's Linda.
Shelter shelter in Crossway House tonight? Preposterous.
My family will do as we've always done, stranger, and stay in our own home. There's a bad feeling about Herne of late, it's true, but with my door barred and the candles snuffed, my family has nothing to fear. Others can do as they will, but we will not cower in the tavern all night. This is some scheme of Maddox's to fill his coffers. You mark my words. And old Ablethal has always been mad, ask anyone. Now good day to you, and do not bother me again. Ah.
Would you lend me your aid?
My name is Alwena, and I run the Hall of Crafts here in Herne. However, of late there's been a decrease in custom, and I want to get to the bottom of it. Can you speak encouraging words to some of my neighbors and tell them that even in the days of darkness, working with your hands on crafts and trade can make the days seem brighter? That will help, surely. Oh no, I simply couldn't. I'm afraid not. I would not feel safe.
Can you spare a moment?
People seem frightened. I need them to feel safe when they come to the Hall of Crafts, or my business will suffer. I need to hire a guard to stand within the Hall of Crafts, and then they will feel more safe. Here, take this pouch of coins to Ed Han, who works at the Crossray House. He is a strong and strapping lad, and I have noticed his muscles on more than one occasion. Tell him those coins should ease any of the reluctance he might feel to stop working for Maddox at the tavern, and in the future he would be very well paid to work for me instead. Oh dear lord, am I getting in the middle of crap like this again? Jeez.
Welcome, friends.
Elhan listens with a frown. You explain to him that Alwena wishes to hire him to stand guard at the Hall of Crafts. There are a lot of coins here, but I don't think I can leave Maddox on his own like this. He's been good to me, and I don't know how Crossway House will manage to stay open without me doing the heavy lifting. Tell Alwena I appreciate the offer, but I have to refuse. I know I complain about carrying so many boxes and crates all day, but I think standing in one place in the Hall of Crafts would wear me out even faster. With boredom. And you know, I don't blame him for that.
Would you lend me your aid?
He turned me down? Well, I will take that pouch of coins back. I appreciate you asking for me at any rate. Here, take a few of the coins I would have given to Edhan. Still, I have to think about what I can do now. My problem remains. If folk are afraid to work in the Hall of Crafts, my business will suffer. What is happening to Herne these days? I see the auction hall. Is this the Hall of Crafts? No? Actually, I could have used the Hall of Crafts because I've got some stuff I need to work on. But no matter. Ah, here's Bryok. He's got a quest.
Greetings, traveler.
Herne stands on a rocky platform overlooking Ruddymore, and the road takes a wide loop around the town. Do you think you could go to the crossroads to the west and to the north and look for any signs of danger? Foul mood settled upon the town in recent days, and I grew increasingly worried that some evil might have had to set its sights upon the town where I was born. I don't remember it being ended like this at all in my years. My sister and I have lived here all of our lives. Full breakfasts. A full breakfast of scrambled eggs, sausage, bacon, mushrooms, and hash browns. There's the mayor's office. We'll go ahead and get rid of this quest. This is kind of a nice little place.
One day, Darbad will be ours once more.
Oh. So I've got, a whole bunch of things. I made it to level 20 without dying. An award for achieving level 20 has been mailed to you by an unknown benefactor. The One Ring has been found. The forces of Mordor are on the move. War is coming to Middle-earth. And that opens up the skirmish actions. The Weathertop. The Witch King has wounded Frodo on Weathertop with a Morgul blade. The Strider was able to drive the Nazgul away. All's not well with him. He must join Lord Elrond in Rivendell quickly. Speak with Catadath on the slope of the Weathertop. And I am now level 20. New skirmish is available. I have a new remote quest, which is the... that's the war effort and such, which I don't need to track. Those are from the new expansion that just came out, Gun to Bat. And I'm not ready to deal with that yet, though I could, because it starts at level 20. I'm not going to deal with it as of yet. And I completed the deed, Smoke Before the Fire. Title awarded Skirmish Recruit. And here's the new mail. From a friend, gift for an adept. As an adept, you no longer need gifts, but they are still very nice to receive. And then this is talking about the skirmishes, which I will deal with at another time for another stream. And I do need to go talk to Bingo Boffin also. I do want to start that quest line too, eventually. Gift for an adept. As an adept, you no longer need gifts, but they're still very nice to receive. The Circlet of Men. Okay, that's a cosmetic item. 2 tier 3 morale potions and 2 tier 3 power potions. Okay. Initially, and then every 2 seconds for 10, so 5, so 2360, it's like nothing. Oh, Rihangar has a...
You rescued my fool of a father, and for that I cannot thank you enough.
Much as we may bicker, he is still family, and I love him. There's no need to his harshness. He's always been like that. The accident only made it worse. When I left, he could still walk, however. I came back as soon as I received word that his condition had worsened. Sadly, he won't speak to me right now, but I know how to warm his heart. I am going to make him his favorite stew, with your help, that is. I am loath to leave his side now that I am home, but you could get the things that I need. There will be some coin in it for you if you would help. We need bread from the baker Winfor, potatoes from the pal Ruthless, stewing herbs from Tangerin, and a bottle of Crossway House's finest red. We're making goat stew the way my mother used to, a Nevitt family favorite and a secret recipe, which means we'll need goat meat as well. Only meat from father's favorite goats will do. You'll know them by their ruddy-colored coat. There's a herd of them west of town that you can cull from. Okay. Okay. I've got a bunch of stuff to do around her. Parts to the north, to the south, to the east, to the west, down that way, over there. So we're going to head this way. Delving mission giver? Oh. Those are missions that we can do for... Oh. Gray Flood Marks. Return to Andrith. And return to Kliger. Home of the Cozy Tabby Cat. Ooh, Before the Shadow Themes. Arnorian Tile 4. The Greenway, which is a floor surface. Okay, so this is some artwork. And ambient environment. Ambient environment, Old Forest. Okay. But I need to earn marks. A token signifying your courageous efforts in Cardalon and Swanfleet. And to get the returns and the guides, I'm going to need a total of 100 marks. So we'll work on that in a bit. I am going to have to do those missions to earn the marks. So... But we're going to head out this way. Oh, there's some of the firewood. There we go. New deed, cut them down. Land critical hits with your bow skills. Get 500 of them, get 5 LOTRO points. Deadly precision, nice. Is that the only one? And new deed, cut them down also, which is use the low cut. Okay. Blood arrow. Let me go ahead and fix my quick slots up. Desperate Flight up there. Cry of the Hunter. I think that goes up there. I think Blood Arrow goes over here. That all looks good. We'll lock. Oh, I can definitely use the ash branches. I think now that I'm level 20, we're going to go ahead and re-equip that. I am very curious what that is. We're going to head that way. Well, I'm making quest progress, of course. And picking up some stuff to work with. I'm just very curious what this is that's down here. Oh, it's a lake. It's a little round lake. I was curious what this was. Da-da-da! Okay. We've had our fun. Look out for the low-flying grouse. Okay, so checking the map. Okay. I actually don't need to kill those anymore. Ooh, I picked up... Oh. I need to add a filter. I don't need to see those anymore. One is enough. I doubt I'll even ever be able to open it, but... White Hand Orc Scout. Okay, so there are the sickle flies. What quest is that? Ah, it's part of book 2, which is firewood. Okay, so I need to collect more firewood still. Well, there's a half-orc. New deed, Slayer of Cardalon. Defeat many of the dead. I need to defeat 80 to increment that. Okay, there's firewood. That's pretty much everything south of Herne. So we're going to go ahead and warp to Herne. And drink some coffee. Journeyman Jeweler, Prentice Tailor. And it's a heavy cloth coat, which we will go ahead and scribe. Okay, that's always good. Oh, what's the... Oh! It's one of the braziers, isn't it?
fears not to walk in the light of day.
What were you doing out on the street, stranger? Don't tell me you haven't heard about the evil things roaming about. I may not be brave, man, but something ain't right about these riders. If I can live my life without ever seeing him again, I'll die content. If you're intent on returning outside, could you look around Herne for my sheep? The 5 of them got spooked and escaped the pen. Just pet them a bit and they'll calm down. I don't want them running off into the wilderness. Here, before you go looking, take some of this hay and fill up the trough outside the pen. Okay, so I can add sheep herder to my very long list of... There's Gengir. Aye, these rocks do indeed have a red sheen to them. The real value lies within, I warrant. Will you help me gather up chunks of red rock for a closer study? Yep, always gotta get more supplies. There we go. Of course you'd guard them. Ooh, and there's a rich barrow iron deposit. Those are nice. Ah, yes, these rocks are notable. Now, they're all pretty near the surface, and the working of wind and rain caused them to slow from the larger crags. There could well be valuable ore buried a little deeper. We have to stay here in Ruddymore a little longer, after all. Our journey will have to wait, even though the town of Herne seems glum and gloomy. One of the most valuable materials never found in places of cheer. You've helped me, my friend. Take this reward, and my thanks. This is on the crossroads. Let's see if there's any dangers. All is quiet at this meeting of ways west of Herne. Now, I think up to the north here is where... Excuse me. There's a letter I think I need to find from on some orcs. Maybe not. I think that's the other crossroad I need to look at. But we'll do that anyway since I'm here. There it is. No obvious threats make themselves known at this crossroad northwest of Herne. Okay, that's good. Oh, and a silver deposit. I'll grab that, thank you very much. Settling and Southern Andrath. There's Medellin. Do I need to collect something from him?
Welcome, friend.
The secret to being a successful fisherman? I'll tell you if you have the patience. Okay. We sit. I can check my inventory, though. Got some stuff here. Is that another tailor? Nope, that's a jeweler. Okay, so we'll do that. Pale flax fiber. Is my crafting carry-all full? It is. Oh, look at all this stuff that I got to go through. All right, so we're going to have to go ahead and anything that's like that, we're going to put down here and do that for now. But these are all sellable. This is all sellable. We want to keep the Daleman crabs. We'll keep that for now until I can figure out how to open it. There we go. I love quests like this. They are so much fun. At least I have coffee. It's always good to have coffee. Coffee is the ambrosia of the gods. You do know that, don't you? It is by coffee alone that I set my mind in motion. It is by the beans of Arabica that my thoughts acquire speed. The hands acquire a shaking. The shaking becomes a warning. It is by coffee alone that I set my mind in motion. Remember that. It seemed the time would never come, but Medellin is ready to reveal his secret.
What can I do for you?
The secret? You've already shown that you know it, my friend. The secret is patience. When it comes to fishing, there's a lot of waiting. You have proven that you can do that, which is not something everyone can do. Good work and happy fishing. And he gives me some rotten fruit. Rotten fruit from an eating contest. This cannot be used inside the Frost Bluff Theater. Yay. Alright, well, let's get to the bridge. And there's the note. The parchment has hasty writing scrawled upon the surface. I was finished with you and your lot. There are bounty hunters after me now. While I have managed to elude them so far, I'm afraid my luck will soon run out. I need to find something new. You half-orcs are on your own, and I won't cry for you, miserable curs. You brought me only trouble. I have enough of that on my own. Bedweir. Talk to Malona and Sedgemead. Because I need to defeat orcs anyway, so... Okay. Down there. Alright, well, let's go back to Herne. Ah, there's one of the sheep. Bah. Mm-hmm. Alright. Ram you. Ram you. There we go. There it is. Oh, I'm done. I gotta talk to him. Meh.
A shadow has fallen upon our lands.
You couldn't find the last one? Can't be that many places for a sheep to hide in Herne.
A shadow has fallen upon our lands.
Have I tracked down an animal before? I heard them ranger folk are mighty good at it, but I don't know much. You ought to check the pen. Before it fled, the last thing that sheep did was eat at the trough. Take care, stranger. There's wolves outside of Herne. I tell worse things than that looking beyond. Just thinking about it's enough to make my skin crawl. Ah, there are faint hoof prints in the grass. A clearly panicked sheep darted out of the pen and toward the northwest. The trail stops abruptly at this pool of blood. A trail of blood splatters and continues north. The sheep appears freshly dead. Barrel right. Holy fuck. Defeat whites. And I get a racial bonus attack uppercut. Goddamn chicken. There we go. Okay, there is all of that in there. So that's good. It means I'll probably do some crafting a little bit later on.
Is there no end to our hardships?
What happened? Did you find the sheep? As you recount your story, the blood drains from Hofrun's face. Black riders and dead things walking. Omens of worse times ahead. Still, I haven't got the means to leave Herne and find someplace safer. This town is my whole world. I just hope those riders don't come back. Shentrantra, was it? Stay safe out there. How many iron currents of cordolan do I have? I have 251. I should be able to buy most of everything I want. And I'll probably have a shit ton left over, as I usually do. I usually don't buy everything that I can. There's most of the things I don't need, and I'm really not all that much into housing, though that might change with this character.
Who are you?
Are you looking for Mr. Rendell? Yes, I've been home for a few days. Oh, my name is Cardi. Mama let me come here to take care of the trees. I watered them some, but they were dark and scary shapes on the road, so I ran in here. I think they're gone, but I don't want to leave yet. Could you help me? Mr. Rendell planted them just outside. There's some saplings? He waters them, and then he talks to the other trees. At least I think he does. The trees must be very good listeners. Conversed with trees. Okay, so I can pick up sheep herder and tree talker. Okay.
The trees must have been so lonely. I think you made them happy again.
A long time ago, there used to be more trees here, all over. Did you know that? Mr. Rendell told me. But then his and his sisters, that means people in his family from a long time ago, cut all those trees down and didn't plant more. How could they be so mean? Didn't they know there wouldn't be anything left after, because of them? That must be why Mr. Rendell plants so many trees by himself. He wants to fix what his family did. But he shouldn't have to do this alone. I want to help him.
You're an adventurer, aren't you? Just like Mr. Rendell.
He wanted me to stay away from the beech trees in Whiteland because of the wolves, but the wolves aren't scary for you, right? Ryland Clove is that way, to the northwest. There's be lots of beech nuts on the ground there, and then, after you come back, we could take the seeds out together. Oh, the baker has the loaf of bread. I'll talk to Mendeleer real quick.
The braziers are refilled, and Maddox's pantry has been newly filled. Good.
As for whether the townsfolk will shelter within Crossway House tonight, let's hope more of them do than do not. It's for their own good, though they may often not believe it. Let me know when you're ready, Shentrantra. We'll wait for night to fall. Okay, so let me go ahead and get some more stuff done. Then we'll come back here and finish this. Oh, there's a silver... Oh, there are the ruddy goats. Let's grab the silver deposit first. Another silver deposit. Nice. Okay, I am going to head back to Herne momentarily. And then I'm going to need to go AFK for a few minutes because my partner needs some things. So I will be back shortly. Okay, everybody. Let's get back to reality here. There we go. Go ahead and check my inventory real quick. Oh, geez. And the journeyman's case, which will do that. We're going to just keep this down here. And we'll move that there. Sorry, I have to go again. My partner needs me. I will be right back. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. You must be in here. Yep, there's Tanguin.
A shadow has fallen upon our lands.
Hello, Dan. You're here for the herbs Vanguard ordered? I have them right here. I hope my dear mayor is not giving you too much trouble.
You have done it!
Now to fill this cottage with his favorite smells. Will you join us for dinner? It is the least I can do to repay you.
Could I impose upon you for another favor while I am seeing to the cooking?
My father's bedroom's on the second floor, but in his condition there's no way he can manage the stairs. Will you disassemble his bed and reassemble it in the library? He will complain, I'm sure, but I can tell by the bedroll that he's already been spending nights down here, thankfully. So, bed disassembler.
Thank you so much.
I know he has a time admitting when he needs help, but I think that in the end, he will be grateful.
While you were taking apart the bed, Father had a guest arrive.
As I'm sure you had noticed. That is Ossian Beddoe, and I am certain that he's the reason Father was down and thought about snooping around. I suspect he's also the reason Father got injured a few years ago. Ossian has always wanted to be mayor, and though he whispers honeyed words to my father's ears, his actions have led me to believe he is more of a wasp than a bee. But I have some work yet to do on this stew. Will you bring the wine to the table? Oh, and perhaps you could speak with them. I want to know what is going on, but Ossian and I are not quite on speaking terms, and Father clamps his mouth shut as soon as I enter the room. And I've completed 15 quests in Cardalon, which is the beginning one. The new deed is Tales of Cardalon Advanced. which means I need to complete 30 quests. No, 40 quests. And I get 5 more LOTRO points.
Why are you still here? Well, the wine is welcome, even if you are not.
No offense, man, but my daughter does not need someone like you around giving her crazed ideas. She's already ran off to the big city and abandoned her duties at me. She is back. How long? Her mother was the same way, never content to settle down, always running off to look at the crumbled fortresses and searching for elves and their little folk down in Swanfleet. Mare narrows is wise at you, but accepts the wine.
I have no problem with Riangar, and I wish she would warm up to me.
They've made sure to care for her dear father in her absence, but Cadwallon missed her a great deal. It had been so difficult for him since the accident. Well, his troubles go back to decades before that, to when his wife ran off. Oh, I should not speak of it. Austin sniffs and looks down, up and down, dismissively. Screw you, assholes.
Well, what did they say?
Oh, Austin cared for my father in my absence, did he? I didn't realize my father needed tending until now. No, he's a grown man and was capable when I left. I will not let that creep in and take away the joy that I had in traveling and studying in Bree. What my father said is intriguing. Mother was going to look at ruins? His words are stirring a memory within me. Will you do me a favor and look for my mother's journal? It should be on the shelf in my father's library. Old and well read.
What memories this brings back.
After Mother disappeared, I would pore over written words for hours, searching for some clues to where she went. I never believed she left us on purpose, as my father insists. Oh, I think she met some darker fate. The stew needs to cook over a low fire for many hours, and I also wish to check on the townsfolk to the other ferry. Will you meet me at the Crossway House? Many people are still holed up in the inn, taking comfort from one another. Her eyes glitter with tears as she gently takes the journal. Alright, let's go take out the Ruddymore Wealth Pack. That shouldn't be too far away from here. Excuse me. Holy crap. Then again. Excuse me. All right, I think I'm going to need to stop for the night. I'm not really feeling very well all of a sudden. Excuse me. So I'm going to go ahead and camp here. One thing I'd like to say to everybody, thank you very much for joining me. And I have a question that I'm asking people on the community tab of my YouTube page. There's a new legendary server that should be starting up around the end of the month. And I would like to know from people if they would like for me to adventure on the legendary server or if I should just remain here on Crick Hollow. So please, just throw your thoughts in the comments and let me know. I wish everybody having a wonderful day, and please take care of yourself. And I may be back on tomorrow, if not Saturday for sure. Take care.